So this is a typical Skimo race bag. They're specially designed to be lightweight. They've got a hole just here that you can put your skis through to make them really easy to strap them across your shoulder to carry them for when you're booting up a couloir. And they've got a hole here, a pocket for putting your crampons in. Otherwise, it's a fairly standard sack with a little tab for holding a camelback. The sack's really lightweight. So what do we put in the sack for a typical Skimo race? This is the shovel that pretty much every racer uses. For one reason, it's the lightest on the market. It measures 20 centimetres by 20 centimetres and it meets all the regulations and fits easily in your bag, and it's incredibly light. This is typical probe that a ski racer would use. It's made of carbon fibre. It's regulatory 2 meters 40 long, and again, it's incredibly light. These are the crampons that most racers will use. They're made of aluminium. They're extremely easy to put on your boots, really quick. They're step-in crampons. They've got a clip, a buckle that goes around the front of the boot. You can put them on in 2 or 3 seconds and take them off in the same time. Really quick, really easy, really light. Also in your sack you have to carry some emergency clothing. Windproofs are generally acceptable. These are my leggings, Pertex, really lightweight. Generally you wouldn't wear them in a race because you just get too hot. I think there's 2 races I've done where I've had to wear body cover, probably out of about 60 races, and one of them I had to take it off because I got too hot. In these races you just use so many muscles in your body, you get incredibly hot. And there's a top, typical top that you'd carry in your sack, again incredibly light, probably only weighs 120 grams, something like that. This is the avalanche transceiver that most of the racers will use. It meets all the regulations and it's incredibly light and small. I suffer from quite cold hands and I use these mitts as over mitts. They mean I can get my hands out really quickly and easily to do a manipulation, and I can put my hands straight back inside as well. And you can just keep them up your wrist if you're getting too hot. I tend to also, inside my gloves that are next to the skin, which are, again, just very lightweight gloves, very thin. As Malk said, a mountain bike glove would do, but just a thin glove so it's really easy to handle your skins in the manipulations. I also always use hand warmers, like little tea bag hand warmers in my gloves to keep my hands warm. Also, in my sack or in my suit, generally in my suit, I've got some food. You're breathing so hard in these races, I can't get anything down other than a gel. Regulations generally require you to carry a foil blanket and a whistle. These are pretty standard kit that you'd use in any fell race, mountain marathon, Skimo race, all the same sort of stuff. You're always required to have a head cover of some sort. I generally use this headband. It's pretty thin, lightweight and pretty warm. Keep your ears warm on a really cold day. Helmets, lightweight, mountaineering helmets meet these specifications and generally need eyewear, so either a pair of sunglasses or goggles or both, depending on the weather. And a head torch. These races vary enormously in how long they are and what time of day they are. Some races go all night, so you need a really good head torch for skiing downhill in the dark. Some races, like Skimo Scotland, are held in the evenings and it might go dark on you. In the Alps, there's quite a lot of races that are uphill only at night, midweek races up a piste, and everyone wears a head torch. So good, decent, bright head torch like this is what we generally use.